That's actually like a really good point. You know, like you're not playing the good guy really in any GTA. You know, and in this, you're like the anti-hero. You're the Stone Cold Steve Austin here, like the bad guy that you root for, I suppose. And it feels like they're definitely positioning that here, you know, and in the case of this article of like, you know, the girl who's just had bad luck as opposed to, you know, dealing with the consequences of their actions. So I couldn't believe this was a real thing. So the GTA 6 trailer is released, and it's garnered hundreds of millions of views at this point. They announced that it's going to be delayed another year, and people start analyzing these trailers. I've seen videos that is 106 things you missed in the GTA 6 trailer, whatever number of things missed you. IGN's done one. There's a ton of them out there already. Polygon, which recently was sold and laid off their entire staff, most of them at least, has enough staff to deliver another reason why you just don't hate the gaming media enough. And Arch, I'm going to let you take it from here, coming from your tweet. You can kind of describe what happened with Polygon.
Oh yeah, their final conclusion about the trailer was, let's see here, Rockstar's politics have changed, and the intent of the trailer is to say that the police can't be trusted, America First gun nuts are weirdo losers, and that Lucia is the real hero, as committing crime is just the only way she can survive these days.
This is directly from the article. And
yes.
Labs, have you read this yet?
No, I haven't seen any of this.
Okay, I want you to read this, because I do have the article pulled up right here. The GTA trailer makes Rockstar's change politics very clear, right? Lucia is a true hero and a very different kind. You scroll down to the bottom, that's where you get this last little bit. This is the main take they got from it. Go ahead.
Are they saying like she's an anti-hero? Anyway, and they are as follows. The police can't be trusted. America First gun nuts are weird losers. Last but not least, Lucia is our hero, and she's the one you're going to be able to relate to the most in this story, while also being a Latina woman whose bad luck put her in prison, which is something you should feel sympathetic rather than judgmental about, and whose life of crime might just be the only way she can survive. So hang on a second, just like before we dive into this, there was literally a clip of her and her man getting it on. So does that mean that every guy playing this game is gonna relate to her getting it on with another guy? Is that it means everybody's gay now?
No, Blabs. I don't think that's
well,
what
I'm
they're
just
going
saying,
for.
they're saying relate to it. She gets it on with a guy. All the men now are gay playing this game.
Yes, Blabs. Everybody's gay.
I guess so.
Except in Abu Dhabi. All right. So, yes, Lucia, the girl, is our hero. Police cannot be trusted. America First gun nuts are weird losers. So, everybody tuning in who, if you have a gun or a gun nut, you are a weird loser. And this, by the way, this is what Polygon got out of the trailer. This is their deductive reasoning out of this, Arch.
Yep.
It's amazing. I also found it interesting. They say that while also being a Latina woman whose quote bad luck put her in prison. I mean, like poor decision making, perhaps.
Just bad luck. A woman being held down by the state.
Mm-hmm.
But this all comes as they need a way to become relevant, and their entire relevancy is political. So they might need to try to politicize Grand Theft Auto, because Grand Theft Auto is going to be the biggest game ever. It can release and it can be shit. It can crash every 5 minutes. It is still going to break every single sales record ever set because of hype alone. And so everyone wants an in. Everybody wants a way to talk about it in their way to garner those clicks. Especially now after Polygon got sold to a literal click farm company.
Yeah, it's interesting to kind of see how quickly that happened. Yes, they literally sold, and the next day they're driving clicks. Which, by the way, this is the #1 article on Polygon. When you go down and you look at their trending articles, you can actually see that their #1 article trending is this. The GTA 6 trailer makes Rockstar's change politics very clear. So yeah, I mean, they were looking for a reaction. They got a reaction. You just wonder if it's an authentic reaction or an authentic thought process to get there.
Well, probably not. Like, this is a stretch, a massive fucking stretch. But they're trying to get engagement, and if you go to the top of the article, you'll see that it has like 126 comments, which is pathetic by YouTube standards, and probably means that the thing has less than 10,000 views total. But for Polygon, that's amazing. Like, most of their stuff gets, if they're lucky, 1 or 2 comments. Like, you gotta understand, most people don't read these articles. Very, very few people read Polygon, PC Gamer, and these things these days.
Yeah, you see this. The top one says, "I'm glad the site is going under / through changes. They constantly shove articles based off woke ideology and hamper freedom of speech and comments. Maybe, just maybe, they will stop putting forth articles sensationalized to bait and divide while not giving the voice of people by blocking those they disagree with." They gotta, yeah. So, anyways, you know, you're a brain dead moron, bootlicking worm. Oh my God. So yes, people are certainly divided by this take. And look, I want to be very clear and fair, because I feel like we are. This is listed as an opinion, whereas other articles are listed as news. You know, I am curious, just curious. Who is? Oh, there it is. Maddie Myers, available on Blue Sky. Just curious, Blabs. Do you think Matt? Oh, there it is, Blabs.
She, her, at least. Maybe she, her, they.
Oh, the racial pride flag.
She, her. All right.
She will not be going to Disney Abu Dhabi anytime soon.
Guess not.
Mm-mm.
Oh no. Anyway.
Oh no. Anyways, that's right. So there, I mean, that's just absolutely fascinating. Your video, Arch, has a lot more about this. It's about a 20-minute essay about this, but I just think it's absolutely amazing to see that obviously everything going on is it comes back to this perspective that people with pronouns and bios and rainbow flags generally have, this like kind of victim mentality. America is bad. Gun-toting, you know, people are morons, and yeah, it's like it's such a crazy divide here. And oh, this is interesting. Just looking at Maddie Myers' bio here, she's run Polygon Games since 2020. Prior to that, she worked for Kotaku, the Mary Sue, which, you know, is wonderful. So yeah. Anyways, I just tells you everything you need to know.
They want to have a political angle, and so far, the GTA 6 trailers haven't really had any politics in them, which makes a lot of mainstream gaming media sites upset, because that's all they do these days. Again, Polygon could simply have talked about the trailer and done what everybody else is doing, which is analyzing the trailer and going like, these are 10 things you missed, and look at the bubbles in the beer, etc. But this is what they do. Overanalyze of politics. It's a way for them to try and carve out a niche. And again, it does work for them. They do get, you know, more attention than regular, but not much.
But not much. Not much. Well, we'll see. That's the thing, is we don't know anything about GTA from a gameplay perspective. We just saw some basic story stuff. But it's amazing to see the jump to conclusion that these, and like the importance, as you said, Arch, this is going to be the biggest game in history when it launches. We all know this, which is why they're jockeying right now to position this. Oh, look at this. GTA's on our side right now. When in reality, GTA should be on nobody's side. It is meant to be a parody of society. It should be laughing at everybody and everything. But we know, based off of the changes in culture, that only some people will be mocked in GTA 6, and not everybody, as you'd like to think.
Well, the interesting thing is, I actually agree with PC Gamer for once, because they did another article complaining that there wasn't enough politics in the trailer. they mentioned that it feels more safe now, that it isn't taking any chances, it isn't being edgy or anything, and that's true. Bearing in mind that Grand Theft Auto, when it came out first, was very controversial. Like, it played heavily into this idea that you were the bad guy going around killing civvies for no reason, and you were always a criminal. You were never supposed to be the good guy in these games. And 6 does feel a lot more sanitized. Like, you're being presented with these two characters. They're very sympathetic. They don't do anything particularly ridiculous. Even when you do see them doing crime, it's just in quick little shots here and there. It does feel like the mainstreamification of Grand Theft Auto, to the point where it's not really GTA anymore. It's more like I don't know. I don't even know if we can call it a crime story anymore.
You know, that is that's actually like a really good point. You know, like you're not playing the good guy really in any GTA. You know, and in this you're like the anti-hero. You're the Stone Cold Steve Austin here, like the bad guy that you root for, I suppose. And it feels like they're definitely positioning that here, you know, and in the case of this article of like, you know, the girl who's just had bad luck, as opposed to, you know, dealing with the consequences of their actions. So anyways, it's some amazing stuff and fascinating to see.